Well, we just saw Sleepless in Seattle, directed by Nora Ephron. She was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Screenplay. Ironically, she lost in that category to another female director, Jane Campion.
How often does that happen?
Yes. And this was her third nomination. She was nominated for Silkwood, and she was also nominated for When Harry Met Sally.
She also was nominated for a Tony for writing Lucky Guy. I mean, she was an amazing writer.
Yes, but she was interesting to me because she is like a throwback director. She never did anything that was not safe, though. I feel like some of her writing, I mean, Heartburn, I would have loved to have seen her direct Heartburn, because that is an incredible book. And I've heard many people talk about what an impact that book had on them. It's an extremely well-written book. And I feel as if Nora Ephron had a lot more anger in her and rage in her than her wonderfully delicate piece of cake films.
It would have been fun to see the dark side come out. I think that would have been very entertaining.
But I think that she crosses that generation of that women of that era. You never a hair out of place. Like you didn't complain. Don't explain, don't complain. You're a career gal and you tough up and you just do it.
Yeah, but it would have been fun to see like the movies that come from like the women era. That you feel a little bit of that in her work. And I think if Heartburn was something she did, it would have been, I think, very cool.
Yeah, and she had, again, she's interesting. She writes with her sister.
Yeah.
And there's that whole family dynamic. She's an interesting career woman, who is married, who had, some of her life is kind of public, and in terms of we know all about her marriage to Carl Bernstein.
And it's all very political, and the whole situation of she knew who Deep Throat was, and all of, that kind of inner circle.
Yes, and also that sense of, she's so, and again, I don't know if you could say this anymore, she's so New York, where you have to be, the jokes are smart. And in order to get them, you have to read the New York Times, and you go to Broadway plays, and you know where the best restaurants are, and what kind of wine to drink, and you know what kind of china to serve. And I feel as if that voice is really missing in film today. It is such a singular voice.
Well, she's reflecting a time that maybe isn't there anymore.
Well, up next, a movie nominated for 7 Academy Awards and directed by Barbara Streisand.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne.